Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. So guys, a good friend of the channel, Mad Hatter Reviews, has just notified everybody on his latest video that April O'Neil, the cartoon version from NECA, has appeared on AliExpress. Yes, guys, you can order April O'Neil right now with using the link that Mad Hatter has on his video, and I thought that it would be really cool to actually do a live ordering on AliExpress to give people some pointers and tips on what to watch out for when you order on AliExpress. After all, it is a world away, and even though it's very similar to ordering online with any other store, there are a few pitfalls which I think you guys should know. Some of the things which are great about it, and some of the things which you really should watch out for. Guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week, and I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. Well, guys, without further ado, let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what's available on AliExpress to order today, courtesy of Mad Hatter Reviews. Let's have a look. Guys, I want to give a huge shout out to friend of the channel, Mad Hatter, who has his own channel here on YouTube. Definitely give him a like and a follow. Tell him that Jay sent you. Mad Hatter, of course, is the turtle expert when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And today he dropped this crazy announcement that the April O'Neil, which I've been waiting for because I've missed out on the original April O'Neil and Foot Soldier 2-pack a number of years ago. I saw it multiple times and didn't pull the trigger because that figure is going absolutely crazy on the aftermarket. As you can see here on eBay, just the figure alone, no box, is going for $130 asking, $99 loose. Mint in box, $190. Again, this is just absolutely crazy. And that's not mentioning the sold items. This one was sold for $164.99 or best offer. Even loose, they're being offered at $119 with a best offer accepted, but still. Getting your hands on an April O'Neil is quite difficult these days. So when NECA announced that they were creating a brand new April figure, I was stoked because I really want to get my hands on an official April O'Neil NECA TMNT figure. And today, Mad Hatter announced that he's found the NECA April O'Neil figure on AliExpress. Now, you have to take this with a grain of salt, guys. AliExpress is, of course, the Wild West in terms of online shopping, and you really have to pay attention to what you're doing there, because if you don't, you could literally end up with something you weren't expecting. But in this case, Mad Hatter is a good friend of the channel. He wouldn't steer me wrong. He's actually purchased from this particular vendor multiple times according to his video. So I feel pretty comfortable in doing this. And I thought it would be fun to actually go through the entire process, show you guys how to order on AliExpress, as I've done it multiple times for Masterpiece Transformers. And I've had rather good success. But for myself, this is actually a really good option. We just don't get these things here in Canada, and I've always wanted an April O'Neil, so I want to be able to secure this ASAP. And I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to order from AliExpress safely, because there are some things to watch out for to make sure that you get the product that you're looking for and telltale signs of red flags whenever purchasing on AliExpress. So let's take a deep dive and take a look on how to order Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from NECA on AliExpress. Heading over to today's video from Mad Hatter, which I will have linked in the description below. You guys can check it out for yourselves. He does list the actual AliExpress link where you can pick up your April. Get your Aprils, everybody. This is awesome. Huge thanks and shout out once again to Mad Hatter. Dude, you're amazing. Clicking on that, we are led to the AliExpress store with the photography of the box as well as the figure itself in the blister package. Right off the bat, we really do have to make sure that these are real photos. They do appear to be so. As with any sort of online listing, you really should inspect whatever you can, particularly the photos. Treat this like an eBay listing and make sure that you know what you're getting. Here we can see April O'Neil. We see all of her accessories, the camera, the head, the April O'Neil herself with the new head sculpt. This picture framed, I think it's her grandmother. I'm not 100% sure. I'm probably going to be wrong there. The books which they found in the turtle lair. They got a piranha plant here. I'm just kidding. It's a snapdragon. The statues were from a very specific episode. The pizza monsters, the little tortoises, which are so cute, potted plants, what appears to be some sort of transporter device, and a multitude of swappable hands. Wow, that is a lot of hands, guys. This is crazy. A microphone and a tape recorder set. Guys, do you remember tape recorders? That's funny. An additional wireless mic is also included. This is a wonderful pack out, and the fact that we see it on blister cards really does give me confidence that this is the real deal, especially with the brand new packaging here on the front. Now, eagle-eyed viewers might notice that there's something wrong with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo. What they're doing here is removing any sort of official branding from the front of the package. Same thing goes with the actual Nickelodeon logo down here. Now, is that going to be a problem when you get the figures? Probably not. These are done with Photoshop. You can sort of tell because no one would actually print anything like this. And you can see that there are a lot of streaks here. Someone just basically did this with a rubber eraser tool just to mess up the logo a little bit so that it would be easier for people to recognize exactly what it is. As a matter of fact, the listing itself is quite telling. NECA, the actual product code, and it says Yellow Clothes Female Reporter version 2.0, which is completely outside of saying April O'Neil 2.0. The really important part, of course, is the product code and NECA. A couple of things you should always pay attention to whenever ordering on AliExpress, exactly the same way you would do on eBay, is checking out the seller's positive feedback score. Much the same way they do it on eBay. If the positive feedback is less than 92%, I tend to avoid those types of sellers. I am more comfortable with someone who has 95% and above. In this particular case, Big Player Store, which is the seller, has a wonderful rating of 96.9%. As we can see here, the detailed seller ratings out of 5, item as described is 4.8, which is above average, communication is 4.8, which is above average, and shipping speed is 4.8, which is above average. The store has been open since October 17th of 2022. It's a relatively new store, but because I do have a recommendation from Mad Hatter, I am confident in ordering from this seller. It should also be noted this seller has 2,165 followers. That's a good sign. The more followers that they have means that there's a lot of confidence in this seller, and I do appreciate these telltale signs when ordering from AliExpress. In terms of price, we do have to check out the cost. AliExpress does detect your country, so the currency is displayed in Canadian dollars. This one is $47.95 Canadian plus $14.62 shipping. I clicked on it just now to see if there are any other shipping options available, but this one only has this singular option for shipping to Canada. Estimated arrival is June 27th, about a little over 3 weeks from now. Heading over to Mad Hatter's video, we can see that in US dollars, it was $34.99 for the figure in US currency, and the shipping was $8.25. If the price looks good to you, you can go ahead and add it to your cart. Heading over to the Big Player Store page, there are some really sought after products here. The one that I'm really particularly looking forward to are the Mausers set. These never arrived in Canada at all, so this is a huge opportunity for me to pick these guys up. And I'll take this opportunity to highlight a couple of other things that you should be aware of. This particular product actually has a 5-star rating, 4.8 stars. This is actually a wonderful product, and normally I would say that these particular ratings for the 4 stars and the 1 stars are probably because the box was damaged and people were a little bit upset, so they left a poor rating on this particular item. There have been 229 sold in the time that they have been open, and they still have some available today. We can see here that the price is $31.14 for this set, which is incredibly reasonable in my opinion, because this would be somewhere in the $50 range in Canada, and the shipping is $15.13, which there are no additional options. As always, I do recommend examining the product just to make sure that it's everything that you're looking for. You can see that they're doing the same situation here where they're pixeling out the Turtles logo and the Nickelodeon logo just to sort of avoid that kind of attention from those companies. The Mauser set itself comes in these blister packs, has the pizza, the videotape, this little drone which appeared in multiple episodes. It's got the piece of cheese, the rats, which are freaking amazing. I do love these guys. And of course, the Mausers themselves. This is awesome. They even have some broken Mausers here, and a Mauser which actually has a rat which is escaping from its body. Another tip which you can use to identify if these things are real is the photographs that they use are using the exact same background every single time. So we do know that this is an actual studio somewhere, probably somebody's coffee table, and that these things have been photographed in the exact same place. They have much of the other promotional photos which are already available anywhere online, so those things are not very helpful to us, but this to me looks like a good purchase, so I'll go ahead, put it into my cart. So now we'll head over to the checkout and complete our purchase. As we can see here, the shopping cart contains 2 items. The NECA handcrafted collection of mice, interesting description, $31.14. The NECA Yellow Clothes Female Reporter at $47.95, $79.09 for the subtotal. The shipping on this one was $15.13, and the shipping on this one was $14.62. It should be $15.13 for the Mausers, and then $14.62 for the Yellow Clothed Female Reporter. But that brings up a total of $29.75. So we actually did save something in shipping. It came down to $22.71, which of course is the advantage of ordering more than one product. Clicking on checkout, everything seems to add up. The totals are right. I am very satisfied with this overall, so I think we'll go ahead. And in this case, I'm going to use PayPal as it's my preferred method for paying anywhere in AliExpress. I will say that you should be using a system like PayPal when you're ordering from overseas because, again, they have these protections in place which can really help you when making disputes. You could use Visa, and they do have certain protections. But oftentimes, I find it's the case that they only really protect you within the United States or North America. So for myself, using PayPal seems to be a little bit more of a cushion in terms of like protecting myself for purchases overseas. Clicking on PayPal, everything looks good. I will go ahead and complete the purchase. And it looks like we're all set. We can check our order by clicking here. There is our latest order for 101.79 Canadian. We have our order ID here. We can click on for more additional details. It should be noted that they will verify the order and it could take up to 24 hours to complete. I find that that's not the case, depending on what time you order it. Right now in China, it's 4:53 a.m. So yeah, they probably won't get to it until at least 8 o'clock in the morning. So this probably won't be verified until later this evening. Once it's verified, you will receive an email confirming your order. And once that's completed, it's just a waiting game of a few weeks before they actually ship it out. What do I think about ordering from AliExpress? It actually is not that bad. I've ordered multiple products from them, as you can see here. My most recent order was a replica Mandalorian cosplay Stormtrooper helmet. I've ordered Masterpiece Transformers from them, Ultra Magnus, Soundwave, Megatron, and I've even ordered a crap ton of Harry Potter wands, which is one of my most popular videos regarding AliExpress on the channel. If you guys are interested in that, I will leave a link in the description below where you can see how I order that and some tips on ordering for bulk items on AliExpress. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to good friend of the channel, Mad Hatter. Definitely check out his video on the April O'Neil figure, which was available on AliExpress. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. You saved me a bundle of time and stress. Guys, don't sleep on this. If you are interested in picking up this April O'Neil figure, I hope that this helped you out when ordering on AliExpress and some of the things you should watch out for. If you follow these steps, you shouldn't be disappointed too much. If you are a mint in box collector and you're looking for nice clean corners like this, no dents in your boxes, I would caution against that. More than likely, you're going to get a dented box 9 times out of 10. And of course, Mad Hatter has gone through that many a time. However, the figures themselves are beautiful, and they are more or less the exact same figures that you will get at retail stores. Well, guys, that was really mostly painless, but there are a whole bunch of things that you need to be aware of when ordering from AliExpress. And I've done my best to actually outline the ones that I am very, very concerned with whenever ordering from any sort of site which is outside of the US. This is something which I hope you guys can take to heart and really pay attention in terms of like what the telltale signs of good and bad sellers are on places like AliExpress. Guys, I've ordered a lot of things from a lot of different places, whether it be Japan, China, overseas, and multiple different suppliers. Mad Hatter himself has ordered all the way from Australia. So, guys, there are a whole bunch of things we should be aware of whenever you order anything outside of North America, the United States, or Canada. It's a very different place out there, and my number one tip is definitely to use another service like PayPal to manage your payments outside of the United States and North America. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you ever ordered from AliExpress yourself? And what are your experiences ordering from stores which are overseas? Or, you know, even as close as South America or any other places which are outside of North America, Canada, and the US. Have you had similar experiences that I have, which are actually mostly positive rather than negative? Or have all your ordering experiences been rather negative and you just are not confident in ordering anywhere outside of the United States? Or are you living in a country which is outside of the United States and North America, and your experience is completely different than ours? Please leave those comments in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's MegaJoeRetro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of this channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Cowabunga! Good journey. Geek proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. It's thanks to your support that this channel continues to grow, and I really could not have done this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.